Thank you for taking the time just to kind of hear what's going on currently at Second Harvest. We've got a lot that's happened in the past week, and still kind of looking forward as to how we can best respond to everything that's going on currently with the coronavirus, and just trying to give everyone an update on things that are happening and what we need to kind of continue our operations and serve the families that really are relying on us and depending on us as we move forward. This is it's times like this that really um, it you see a lot of people opening their hearts and understanding the impact, and a lot of people are going to be without work for some time, and so um, maybe now more than ever is when it's really important that people understand how they can help and what they can do to be a part of our movement to make sure we're responding as best we can and meeting the needs throughout the 19 counties that we serve at Second Harvest. Our current focus right now is on three tasks, really. Reducing each person's risk of getting sick, helping households with basic needs during a pandemic, and then coping with larger societal disruption. We're doing everything we can to remain open, trying to implement best practices around hygiene and disinfecting and social distancing. But really, we're doing everything we can to remain in operation as best we can, and to continue to provide the best service that we can through this time. Um, we, as much as we try to minimize disruptions, we still have had to make adjustments and kind of alter the way we do things, so to speak. So we're learning every day is kind of a new challenge, and really just coping the best that we can and trying to be very adaptable and resilient in the terms of the service that we're providing. We've already seen the impact to our partner agency network. We heard some of our agencies that are having to close. A lot of our agencies rely on volunteers who in their senior years, and so they obviously have concerns with the news that's out there, and so we're having to make adjustments, and so we're really trying to figure out the best way that we can continue to support all the partner organizations that we have and continue our operations to provide as much food as we can to as many families as we can get to. The bottom line is our low-income recipients still need the support we provide, so we must find a way to serve them while protecting each other as best we can. We're looking at flexibility with the service we provide, implementing social distancing. Again, the goal is to keep everyone as safe as possible while we continue to make our best effort to get food to individuals who may need it now more than ever. Mobile distributions are really a great way that we're able to do that. We're up now to 26 mobile distributions. This is a program that's really started the past 3 years, where we have a truck that drops food at the street level with the drive-through operation for individuals that are coming through. And so we really feel that creates less of that direct contact with other individuals in terms of the traditional brick and mortar pantry operation and people coming in to pick up food. So we're really running those as best we can. We still have some challenges there. We're concerned about volunteer shortages and product shortages, and just the uncertainty of how long we're able to continue all these efforts and people are able to access the food. But we're still up and operational for now. That mobile pantry schedule is on our website. You can go there and see where the locations are every day. And so we know that we still need volunteers. We need volunteers here at Second Harvest to help with product sorting. We need volunteers at the mobile distribution sites. And we need volunteers to help support our agencies that are out there trying to help people. We're still limiting the number of volunteers that we have. We're really encouraging adult-only volunteering right now, just to try to protect as many people as we can. We're scheduling those in kind of smaller groups to kind of continue our operations. But there's still a need. And I'd encourage you, if that's something you're interested in, just call Second Harvest, ask for Andrew Foster, who's our volunteer coordinator, 816-364-3663. And he can get you set up, because there really is still a tremendous need in that sense. We're working really closely with as many schools as we can. Obviously, a lot of our programs are centered around kids. Backpack Buddies, Campus Cupboard, No Hunger Summer, Kate's Cafe are all really focused on feeding kids. And so with schools closing, we know that the meal they were relying on as they were heading back into school now isn't there. So we've heard a lot of schools kind of stepping up, using bus routes and their cafeterias to really provide meals for those kids, and that's great. We've had a lot of volunteers kind of step up and ask if they can help. So we're trying to figure out where those gaps are. What schools aren't doing that? We've requested waivers from the state in terms of trying to get our No Hunger Summer sites up. We can actually do that when school closes to kind of start those early and get away from those congregate meal requirements where they can just take the food and head back home to eat those meals. So we've got a lot of that in the works. Some of those are going to start as early as next week. So we're getting all that really in place and just trying to be there as best as we can for the kids, where it's needed. If you have, if you know something that's going on with your school where they need help, just certainly call us. Ask for Jackie Oxer. She's our Children's Initiatives Coordinator. Kind of let her know what the need is and what ideas you might have to help, and we're really going to try to be there and help as much as we can throughout this process. We are lucky to have some tremendous partners. Feeding America has been hosting regular conference calls. We're learning from other food banks who have challenges that we haven't seen here yet, but may find ourselves in as everything progresses. We have a state association, peer food banks that we're relying on. But we still have some additional needs. Our donations are down. When we look at the cash donations in terms of what we saw coming in the door last year, it really is down significantly this time from last year. Food donations are down, especially on the retail side. We've seen if you've gone to the grocery store, you've seen the limited amount of supply of some of the different types of food that's out there, and that certainly limits the amount that retail donors can actually provide to food banks and food pantries, which we really do depend on to use as a stream of food for clients that are really needing service. So we need people individuals, businesses to conduct food drives, to provide food, and we can, you can call us and try to figure out how to get it here. If you're worried about touch points and contact with other people, you can call and maybe leave it on the front steps so we can come out and get it after you've kind of gone back to your car. We're doing everything we can to kind of honor what we need to be doing in the times like this, but there's still certainly a need. Cash donations, we can obviously do a lot with cash. $1 can provide 3 meals with everything that's going on. So anything that you want to do to help, we can certainly take your resources and make them go as far as we can. And it's equitable throughout our 19 counties, especially with our mobile operations. We're really looking at the need by county and making sure that service matches wherever we are. So we're going to make sure as many communities in our 19 counties have as much as they need throughout this time. But last, I just want to say thank you. There's so many people that have stepped up, asked how they can help. We've seen volunteers coming in, dropping off donations. It really is a time where we're all going to have to come together and kind of work through this. And so it's an honor for us to be here and to help facilitate a lot of that. And just thank you for all that you do for us.